The Earth's crust, or the surface of the Earth, is made up of 12 tectonic plates. But there is a growing belief among the global geological community that a 13th plate is being formed in the Asia-Pacific region. Now, how far has this claim been established? If you would like to know the truth, join me on Primetime News right now.
Good evening and welcome to your Primetime News Bulletin here on MTV Sports. I'm Krishna Panditharatna.
And I'm Nadim Majid.
We start off the news with a look at your headlines first.
Geologists believe a new tectonic plate is forming near Sri Lanka. Thunder showers expected in many parts of the island over the next few days. The central bank states that it is a challenge to maintain a single-digit inflation rate. North Korea's new leader Kim Jong-un given 2 posts previously occupied by his late father.
Geologist Professor Kapila Dahanayake says that there is a belief amongst the geological community in the world that the Indo-Australian tectonic plate may have cracked, resulting in the formation of a new tectonic plate. Speaking in News First, Professor Dahanayake, however, noted that this notion has not been officially established by the geological community in the world.
An 8.6 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Indonesia's Sumatra Island at 2:08 p.m. The quake prompted the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center to issue a tsunami watch for many countries, including Sri Lanka, and was in force until 6:30 p.m. Sri Lankan time.
A tsunami watch was issued yesterday following the 8.6 magnitude earthquake for 28 countries. However, questions have arisen as to why such a giant earthquake did not generate a tsunami. Let me recollect, back in the year 2004, when an earthquake measuring 9.0 on the Richter scale struck off the coast of Indonesia, the manner in which a massive tsunami was generated. As you can see, according to experts, the tsunami in 2004 generated as a result of 2 tectonic plates in the area shifting vertically and not horizontally. However, yesterday geologists quickly reported that the quake was a strike slip, which means that the quake happened horizontally. What was key to yesterday's outcome was that the main event occurred some distance west to the ocean floor and hence did not produce the very big megathrust action capable of deforming the sea floor in a way likely to generate a large tsunami.
For a tsunami to occur, there are various geological conditions to be satisfied. Of course, there should be an earthquake. Earthquake should have a magnitude on the Richter scale, generally more than 6.5. Epicenter of the earthquake will be on the ocean bed and focus will be below the ocean bed, 10 to 15 or 20 kilometers below the surface. Earthquake occurs when there is fracturing of the rock formations. So when the rock formation fractures, the fracturing could take place vertically, horizontally or at an angle. So for a tsunami to occur from an earthquake, the movement of the rock that fractures, the 2 portions of the rock that fractures, will have to move vertically.
The Earth's surface consists of 12 tectonic plates. The Pacific Plate, also known as the Ring of Fire, is a zone of frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions that encircles the basin of the Pacific Ocean. According to Professor Dahanayake, there is a theory brought forward by some geologists that a 13th tectonic plate is being formed.
Of course, there are 12 tectonic plates according to the plate tectonic theory. So geologists are talking about a 13th plate also. It has not yet been formally established by the geological community of the world. So they say that Indo-Australian plate, there is an area of cracks developed in the Indo-Australian plate, which suggests that this plate is going to crack and form 2 plates instead of a single Indo-Australian plate. So that is how this 13th plate has come into being, and it is not yet established or nor accepted by the world geological community at large.
Well, the 8.6 magnitude earthquake was reported at 2:08 p.m. Sri Lankan time, and according to the US Geological Survey, 47 aftershocks have been reported in the area during the 24 hours that ended from 3 p.m. today. and out of that 30 aftershocks have been reported near the epicenter, while the rest have been reported in the Indian Ocean. The most recent aftershock was reported at around 6:39 today with a magnitude of 5.3.
There's a concern about the after tremors because this morning when I checked our seismic monitoring station, there had been more than 20, and by today noon there had been more than 40, and so this will continue. Normally after a large earthquake there are similar earthquakes, but before the area gets settled, as we can see in this instant, first main earthquake was 8.7 in the Richter scale, and then we had a 6. Third one was 8.2, and then all the subsequent ones were less than 6. There is no possibility of threat, and so we hope that the area would settle. Sometimes it may take a week or two even before it settles, but possibility of threat is very, very remote.
Now, during our extensive coverage on yesterday's earthquake, we encouraged our viewers from across the country to contribute pictures and videos of their experience on the tremors that were felt in many parts of the island. We received a large number of pictures and footage on our email ID youreport@newsfirst.lk. We selected some of the material that we obtained and want to share it with you. Please note that these submissions are not edited, fact-checked or screened. You too can contribute pictures and videos of breaking news stories from your respective town or neighborhood. You simply have to email us on report@newsfirst.lk. Join Newsfirst to create your report.
Now, on a related note, several incidents were reported from various parts of the island following the earthquake that struck off the coast of Indonesia last afternoon. This is the Tangol Fisheries Harbour. Several fishing craft were docked at the harbour when the tsunami watch was issued following the earthquake that occurred off the coast of Indonesia's Sumatra island. Now, our correspondent in the area said that seawater gushed towards the jetty in an unusual manner. With the water level receding, the water level in the area where the fishing craft were docked had also receded. At that moment, 6 fishing craft which were tied to the jetty by rope had snapped and had begun floating towards the sea. The 6 craft were brought back ashore by the fishermen with much difficulty. Meanwhile, quoting Reuters news agency, quoting Indonesia's disaster mitigation agency, said that 5 people were killed and a child was critically injured following yesterday's earthquake.
A spokesman for the agency had told Reuters that at least 2 people died because of heart attacks, 1 died because of shock, and a child was critically injured when a tree had fallen. The spokesperson had also said that casualties and other damages were still being assessed. We here at News First have always been in the forefront, introducing the latest technology to connect to our viewers not only here in Sri Lanka but overseas as well. We are on the television, radio, mobile and also on the web. Our motto is to be first and fast, and in keeping to that, we ventured into the world of live streaming, breaking the boundaries of the news industry here in Sri Lanka yet again. You can now watch all news bulletins and all breaking news telecasts live on the web by logging on to www.newsfirst.lk. newsfirst.lk and by clicking on the live stream icon. Before we take a look at more local stories, just a reminder to you that you can tune in to our sister channel Sirasa TV after the 10 p.m. news bulletin tonight for an exclusive interview with Sri Lankan Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Major General Shavendra Silva. The exclusive interview will be streamed live on the web as well. Simply log on to www.newsfirst.lk to watch the interview wherever you are. The site once again is www.newsfirst.lk.
Now, the Department of Meteorology here in Sri Lanka states that thunder showers can be expected in many parts of the island during the evening and night.
The Met Department noted that the inter-monsoon weather conditions have been triggered owing to a low-pressure situation in the atmosphere.
The Intertropical Convergence Zone is where the northern and southern hemispheric winds converge. There is heavy cloud formation in that convergence zone, and owing to the heavy cloud formation, showers can be expected. Heavy showers were experienced because the Intertropical Convergence Zone was close to Sri Lanka. We expect this weather condition to continue tomorrow as well. Although the situation may not be severe today, intermittent showers can be expected from daytime until evening in many parts of the island.
The Department of Meteorology is urging the public to be cautious and to take necessary measures to prevent lightning-related incidents. Meanwhile, the highest rainfall of 107 millimeters was recorded from the Kukule Gange area during the past 24 hours, ending at 8:30 this morning. Colombo Fort recorded a rainfall of 96 millimeters, while a rainfall of 93.8 millimeters was recorded from Ratmalana. The Grand Pass area in Colombo was inundated owing to the heavy showers experienced since last night. The Disaster Management Centre stated that 600 people were affected since the rainwater had not receded owing to a blockage in a nearby waterway.
This area gets flooded for the slightest rain. This is the 7th or 8th time this has happened this year. We have informed the authorities to do something about it, and they made certain attempts but to no avail. All the culverts are blocked by earth or sand. This problem could be rectified if culverts were constructed properly.
The people of Asiripura and those residing in flats are requesting for a drainage system to be constructed in the area as soon as possible. Transportation along several roads in Colombo was disrupted owing to the heavy showers that were experienced at dawn today. Bastian Mawatha in Colombo Fort was also inundated, severely inconveniencing motorists and pedestrians alike.
Indian media reports reveal that All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kalagam party has decided not to join the Indian parliamentary delegation, which will be visiting Sri Lanka. The General Secretary of the party, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha Jayaraam, has argued that the visit may prove to be an eyewash.
The 15-member Indian parliamentary delegation is scheduled to arrive in the island on the 16th of this month. Previously, the Chief Minister Jayalalitha Jayaraam stated that she will send her delegate William Ravi Bernard. According to Indian media reports, Jayalalitha has stated that she changed her decision as her expectations would not be fulfilled by the visit.